All right, it has been a long time coming. A long time coming, but it is going back together. I am working on the exhaust. It's probably halfway done on the exhaust. Uh, Everything that got done. My hose clamp came in. Took that off, sanded, primed, painted, cleared on that. Cleaned up the turbo, prime painted it. Same thing here, cleaned up, prime painted it. Same thing here on the hose. PVC reroute kit. I didn't run it straight down to the ground. I ran it to some what I call pig blanket. That's styrofoam. This is the pig blanket. So I wrapped this around it and zip tied it so I don't just have an unnecessary oil leak, and I can change that out every so often. So built this pipe here. I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you so you know, this honestly could have came out, but I did not understand that this was part of the smog setup. Like, you don't have to have this at all. So I left that in there. So I fabbed this piece here. I will say I like how this, I built it to come around the alternator. So if I'm ever on the road, I don't have to take my charge pipe off to swap my alternator. I saw on the WC Fab you do. This is the Banks. They only sell black. So same thing, sanding all this down, prime and paint it. Also comes with a box, so having to sand the box down, prime and paint it. Good little bit of work there. Two-piece bolt together, Y bridge down in there. Got some block offs going there. Like I said, up pipe. I did not do the down pipe because it would not fit without some serious modifications. So I did header wrap my down pipe like the new one came. So still got to bolt that together there. As you see, 4 going to 5. Right now, when I crank it up for you, it's going to stop about, I think about right here. Yeah, I think it stops about right here. I can see the pipe through the crack. So it's going to stop about right there. So yeah, fun job. Let's see, what was the worst? Probably the Y bridge definitely was the worst. I guess I kind of overworked myself on the up pipe, not the up pipe, on the charge pipe. So I had to redo that a couple of times, and then I had already sanded, primed, and painted it. So I had to sand that back down and prime and paint it after I refabbed it. But gonna let you hear it run, man. It sounds great. I did buy a pedal monster before I actually loaded the tune, and after I loaded the tune, it's like I don't need a pedal monster at all. That's probably a stock tune deal. Very responsive. I'm not sure if it can help me save a little gas mileage, but yeah, don't need the pedal monster with the good tune. So here we go. I'm gonna let y'all hear it crank up and run. Can really hear the turbo now. So really sounds great, and really revs great. Even just barely tapping the gas. So like, all the hard work paid off. Definitely worth it. Without even driving it down the street, it's like you can totally hear the difference in it. So full delete and tune. A lot of custom stuff that I end up doing myself. But I guess there's nothing you can't go out there and buy. I just saw where the like the WC Fab kit was like $2,500 or something like that, and I'm like, the Banks was kind of expensive. It was like $5 for the air intake. I started to build one myself, but I just went with theirs to try to simplify stuff. Same thing with the 5-inch pipe. I'd already had 5-inch pipe that was polished stainless steel that I was gonna run myself. I was just like, let's just try to save a little bit of work here. And luckily I did, because I got whooped doing the rest of the delete. So that's it, man. '08 Duramax build. Gonna be swapping the rims on it. I'll show that. Also gonna be swapping the subs. The subs that are in it are kind of like a mid, so I'm gonna be swapping to a true sub, and we're gonna finish up the exhaust on it. And yeah, I'll keep you updated. Still got to do the dash, so I'm gonna do the dash, and then I'm gonna replace my I used the little Google Android doubled in, but I don't like the way it tries to control my phone, so I'm gonna be swapping it out for a regular I think a Kingwood or something with the remote. I also wanted a remote, so I'm gonna be doing that and the dash. And I'll post some information on that, especially if it's something that I see that I mess up on or could make it a little bit easier for somebody else. I'll make sure I post that. But I think I'm gonna go to the store, get some epoxy, and what's already cracked, put some epoxy in there so it has something to actually stick to that's a little bit solid. And after that, get the dash cover over it. I think they call it a dash skin. And from there, like I said, radio, order the subs and start driving it, enjoying it some, and then gonna do a rim swap. I actually got the rim out here. See what it's gonna look like. So I'm gonna be swapping to that when I actually got it on my side by side. I got the other three on my side by side, so we'll be swapping to that one there. I think it looks better, and I need a different spare tire. So rather than going to buy a spare tire for this one, check your spare tire, by the way. Check your spare tire. It's just dry rotted, so I'll be swapping that out with one of those, and putting the chrome rims on there with I think that might be a 33 AT or something like that. So be a little bit better looking wheel. So stay tuned. I'll keep you posted.